Okay, so I have a problem. And it might be a problem that you have as well. Sometimes when I sit down to create, I'm not focused on, creating. I have a lot of thoughts in my head. Am I doing enough? Am I spending my time wisely? Should I be making content right now? Should I be doing more TikTok? What about the YouTube? Then I might start scrolling on my phone. How did they make so much money? How did they get that brand? How can so-and-so afford to go on a trip to Ibiza? And of course, how will I monetize this shit? All of this overthinking really kills creative momentum. I just want to come in here and be able to focus on creating the best music possible. I need to be able to create from the heart rather than getting caught up in all of this stuff in my head. The thing is, once you're already in the studio and you sat down and you're ready to make some music and you're just not feeling it, it's real hard to change that energy. So the key is to get out in front of it. So these are some of the things I've been doing to make sure that I'm in the right mindset and my energy is correct and I'm ready to create and I'm eager and excited to create. So here are some of the things I've been doing outside of the studio. So once I get inside of the studio, I can just sit down, focus, and create. All right, so number one, I make sure I work out. Doing a hard workout in the morning really helps alleviate anxiety, and it allows me to slip into the creative mode without too much overthinking. Working out is not just for your body, it's for your mind, as I'm sure you may know. So doing something difficult in the morning makes everything else easier during the day. All right, so number two, second thing I do is meditate. Sometimes people can look at meditation as some boring thing that you gotta do when you're spiritual and you care about chakras and all of that. But really, meditation is like a reset for your mind. It's like a mental reboot, you know? If you have anything wrong with your computer, you know, one of the things they always tell you is to restart. So if there's any negative thoughts that you might have, any negative energy that you might have, you can restart your mind, your energy, just by doing some meditation. I recommend about 15 to 20 minutes and just try to focus on your breathing, or if you have an air conditioner on, just focus on listening to that air condition. You know what I'm saying? That way you're not thinking about anything. And if your mind wanders, that's fine. You know, your mind is gonna wander. Think about it as a mental exercise. So every time your mind is wandering, just acknowledge that your mind is wandering and bring it back to your breath or the air conditioning or whatever you're listening to or whatever you're focused on. And over time, you'll get better at clearing your mind. So after I get my energy right, I come into the studio, and here are some of the things I do to stay focused. I eliminate distractions. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. If you have an iPhone, you can put it on Do Not Disturb. If you have another type of phone, put it on airplane mode. But what I like about the iPhone is that it has these different focus modes, and I have one for being in the studio. And nobody can really contact me unless it's an emergency, you know, and they would have to actually call me. But I have all the social media alerts off. I have all iMessage alerts off. So I can just continue to focus on what I'm doing, because I do need my phone to be on in order to do things like voice memos and you know, perhaps even record some of the progress I'm doing in the studio to put it on social media. So I definitely want to have my phone on, but also I can't be distracted by all of the bells and whistles going off. So yeah, I gotta put it on my focus mode, and that allows me to focus. The next thing I do is I write down my intention. That is very important for me because I can get lost in doing all different types of genres because I do a lot of different types of music. So I want to make sure that I have some type of intent, even if it's vague. I'll write it down and I'll say, okay, today I want to make a pop song. Even if it's just that, you know, I could be more specific and be like, yeah, I want to make a party pop song or something like that with hip hop elements, you know, and that really helps me stay on track and allows me to stay focused. So the next tip is finish one idea at a time. Now, I don't know about you, but my folder, my unfinished folder is huge, and I have so many different ideas, but sometimes we have to go through the process of looking at those different ideas, going through that folder, and if you're not really feeling it, just throw that thing away. And if you are feeling it, go ahead and finish that track, you know, and make sure that it's done so you can move on to the next one, you know. That allows you to stay creative because it allows you to just know what you're finna work on and finish all of the stuff that you have without feeling anxiety of having all of these unfinished tracks just staring at you in the face. And I hate when that happens, when I'm looking at, like, I'm just like scrolling and I'm like, yo, I have way too many unfinished things. So definitely finish your tracks one at a time. Make sure you follow through, and it will give you more confidence when you're actually creating new tracks. Another thing you can do is just simplify your process a little bit. Like, you don't need to look through all of your plugins every single time. Just pick a few plugins. It's almost like picking synthesizers. Just imagine if you had a closet full of different synthesizers and samplers and things like that. You're not gonna go through all of that every single time you wanna make a song. So just pick a few that you know you're gonna use on this particular track. And that's where the writing down your intention comes in as well, because if you know what type of track you're finna make, then you know what kind of plugins you're gonna use for that track. The goal is to get the technical part out of the way so you can focus on the creation, you know? And scrolling through different plugins can really slow you down. And another tip is to practice the art of not giving up. When you judge your ideas too early, you can kill your creativity and just strangle all of the inspiration out of your session when you're just like micromanaging every little idea that you have. Allow your ideas to grow, allow them to flourish, and just go with the flow and ride that wave. You just need to see what happens. Before you know it, you'll have something that's either something you like or something you don't like. And it's okay if you don't like it. It's okay to make something that you don't really feel. Just allow yourself the freedom to do that, but you never know, you might make a hit if you just go with the idea that you have and just follow it to the end. Another tip is know yourself. Create the environment where you feel most creative, you know? If you need to light some incense or need to light something else, go ahead and do that, you know what I'm saying? Take a shot, I don't know, whatever you're into, you know what I'm saying? Even if that means you need some visuals, like I like to see travel videos and stuff like that. Some people have cartoons playing in the background. All of that is just to stimulate that creativity, you know, and allow you to slip into that creative mode and get into the zone. I'll be on my way. No time for the games you play. I'll be on my way. Gotta move along, I'll be on my way. Doing these simple things not only helps me create, but it helps me enjoy the process. Which brings me to my last tip. I live by it. Have fun. I need to be feeling eager and excited to create. Because if it's not feeling like a hell yeah, then it's a hell nah. So stay creative, my friends, and I'll see you on the next one.